and centrally located among our established developments, will be the next chapter for Ayala Land. Located in Carmona, Cavite, just 30 kilometers from the Makati CBD, the new large-scale estate will serve as the gateway to the south, complementing the existing master plans of Vermosa to its north and Nuvali to its south. Envisioned to cover almost 1,000 hectares, in Carmona, this future city will serve as Ayala Land's masterpiece in the Metro South. Given how special the property is, and with such a strategic and catalytic location, we've chosen an incredibly strong partner to help us realize our vision. The Kuok Group, a Hong Kong-based multinational conglomerate engaged in diverse businesses including property development, hospitality, and logistics, was the perfect choice to co-develop the property. In the Philippines, I'm sure we're all familiar with their local real estate development arm, Shang Properties, the brand behind Horizon Homes and Aurelia Residences in BGC. The same group has also developed landmark properties in other Southeast Asian countries, including, of course, Hong Kong, China, Singapore, and Malaysia. The Kuok Group's invaluable depth of knowledge and experience with managing a diverse portfolio of properties in Asia, combined with Ayala Land's expertise as the most trusted real estate developer in the Philippines and a longtime partner in nation building, this special property is set to be a center of growth and development in the South. Now let's take a closer look at the parcel. What you're seeing now is the South Luzon Expressway, or the SLEX. To the right is the Carmona exit, which eventually brings us to Governor's Drive, Carmona's major road. Many of us would remember Governor's Drive as the main road going up to Tagaytay before the Santa Rosa route was established. In this area, the SM Group is set to launch their very own mixed-use estate covering around 200 hectares. Now, it's quite promising to see other developers, aside from the Ayala Kuok partnership, investing heavily in Carmona. And this just highlights the incredible potential and bright future for the area. On the left right now, what you're seeing is the Carmona Medical Center, as well as multiple commercial establishments such as Pure Gold and Walter Mart, which put everyday necessities within reach. To the right, what you're seeing is the Southwoods Golf Course, designed by Jack Nicklaus, which is part of MegaWorld's Southwoods estate, covering 561 hectares. And at last, we arrived to the access of the future Ayala Land estate on the left. As you can see right from the entrance, the terrain heading inwards eventually starts to rise. Again, the entire estate is envisioned to eventually cover almost 1,000 hectares, spread across vast plains, several waterways, and a really special highland district. This very unique combination of distinct topographical features makes for an interesting environment for future families to enjoy. A future city, master planned with sprawling spaces, integrated with lush greenery and built around existing waterways. A heightened living experience, communing nature, people, and spaces in one dynamic, strategically connected, and accessible estate that nurtures the well-being of people, of businesses, and of the environment. Welcome to Aera. Coined from the word eerie, which pertains to an eagle's nest, our estate name is meant to immediately communicate a sense of airiness, openness, and of elevation. Going down San Lazaro Drive, we eventually reach the San Lazaro Leisure Park, which is operated by the Manila Jockey Club. In front of it is Canyon Ranch, a mid to high-density community by Century Properties. Here, the lot sizes range from 75 to 500 square meters. On the right, just off San Lazaro Drive, will be the spine road leading up to the elevated portion of the estate. Named Aera Heights, this district will rise up to a maximum of 300 meters above mean sea level and will be dedicated to residential neighborhoods. This area unveils a distinctive living experience set amidst heightened perspectives.
For Aera, Ayala Land Premier's first neighborhood will open up a unique living experience, defined by an elevated location, commanding views, and an expansive living experience, all tucked within nature. From the drone video Tomas showed earlier, let's reorient ourselves with this map. From Governor's Drive, we turned left into San Lazaro Drive, passing through the San Lazaro Leisure Park. Then went up this future roadway that leads towards Aera Heights, the elevated residential district of the estate. Now, let's take a closer look at the terrain of this area from this vantage point. Set against the San Lazaro Leisure Park, the elevation of Aera Heights is very evident. In this portion of the district, we're hitting at about 141 to 218 meters above mean sea level. This opens up the district to commanding views of the city, the water, and the mountains. Welcome to Ciela at Aera Heights. With Ciela being coined from two Spanish words, cielo, which means sky, and cuna, which means cradle. The village will cover a total area of approximately 165 hectares, but will be launching this development in phases. Aside from its elevated location, Ciela will also have a very interesting topography. We're looking at one of the major greenways bordering the southern side of Ciela. This, together with all other greenways, provide buffer areas throughout the development, offering a more expansive experience but at the same time bringing views of lush surroundings to more homes. With our recent launches, we've seen how lots located along ridges have been highly sought after. In Andacillo, about 6% of the lots were located along a ridge, overlooking Kawangkawang River. In Lanewood Hills, we had a lot more greenways, resulting in 25% of total lots located along a ridge. For Ciela, because of the numerous natural waterways, we have an impressive ratio of lots along greenways, at about 40% of the total village inventory. These waterways also result in a low-density development, breaking up masses of houses into smaller, more intimate enclaves. In fact, Ciela boasts the lowest density per hectare among all Ayala Land Premier villages to date. At only 4 lots sharing every hectare, Ciela has a lower density than Montecito, Abrio, and Park Estates at Aera. Now, let's focus on the first phase of Ciela. Phase 1A will comprise of 203 lots with 6 distinct classifications. For this phase specifically, the land area is 67 hectares, with 70% of this dedicated to open spaces. Lot sizes will range from 450 to 1,446 square meters. The elevation range of this phase is between 182 and 218 meters above mean sea level. On this map, areas within the phase are color-coded depending on their elevation level. As mentioned earlier, all our residences are laid out across the natural ridges, which is why most of the lots are within the light green zones. For Phase 1A, our highest lot is at 218 meters, located here. In Ciela, there will be only 2 types of roadways, the first being the main road, which extends to the village entrance that connects to San Lazaro Drive. As you can see, the main road curves towards the northern portion. What we're looking at now is a section of the main road. As with all our other Ayala Land Premier villages, all our utilities are hidden underground, ensuring a very clean and unhindered environment along all areas. The total width of the road right-of-way spans 24 meters, which includes a 7-meter carriageway, double planting strips that will accommodate rows of trees, plus a 2-meter sidewalk. These planting strips situate the sidewalk away from the carriageway, ensuring the safety for joggers and other residents taking leisurely strolls along this main boulevard. Another key feature is the dedicated lane for bikers. These 2-meter wide bike lanes are paved with asphalt and are separated from the carriageway by the mountable curbs. So we see how generous the space is along the main road, providing the houses on either side an expansive atmosphere and immediate access to the village's pedestrian lanes. Arterial roads extend from the main road, connecting the rest of the village. With a total road right-of-way of 14 meters, it accommodates a 6-meter carriageway, a 1.8-meter sidewalk, and a 1.35-meter planting strip. The carriageway finish for both main and arterial roads is dark asphalt, providing a smooth driving experience. When it comes to the amenity program for the village, we wanted to ensure that the sense of openness and expansiveness was carried through. To help achieve this, we've partnered up again with Bad Studio, a boutique architectural firm, to produce an amenity program that is unique to the site's terrain and maximizes the views provided by the existing ridges. To those unfamiliar, this is the same firm that designed the clubhouse of Lanewood Hills. However, unlike Lanewood Hills, instead of combining all amenities in one area, We distributed them among 3 main zones in some of the best vantage points of the village, each serving a particular use. Right along the main road, the first amenity area you'll see will be the social hall. Since its location is the closest to the village entrance, visitors won't need to travel all the way inside to attend events. The social hall represents a complex of structures with various uses. Apart from this actual social hall, this includes an administration office, an additional function room, and an outdoor lounge area. Incorporated into the design are natural elements and textures. Most notably, what you'll see is the extensive use of breeze blocks, which are permeable building materials both visually and physically that allow for better ventilation and retain a sense of openness. Located along a ridge, it overlooks one of the major greenways of Ciela and provides a great backdrop for all events held there. The event halls themselves are covered almost entirely in glass on all sides, opening up the interior space to lush views of the surrounding landscape. The outdoor lounge is a multi-level garden that provides a calming space for residents. Our next amenity is the sports center, located further down the main road. The great thing about it being situated along the main road is that it's connected to the dedicated bike lanes. Residents could conveniently bike to the sports center to work out or spend time with friends. Also located along a ridge, the community space offers an impressive setting for fitness and recreation. It includes a multi-purpose court, which accommodates various activities such as basketball, volleyball, badminton, and futsal. Beside the court is a generally spaced fitness gym. Overlooking a courtyard, residents are treated to great views of greenery while working out. Beyond the courtyard is a 25-meter lap pool with 4 swimming lanes. Surrounding the pool are large decks for residents to lounge in. A first for our recent projects, Ciela will also have its own outdoor tennis court, which by itself is quite a unique feature. And it doesn't end there. We still have a third amenity area, and it's the most exclusive and intimate, the Residence Lounge. It's located within this block at the tip of this ridge, overlooking a large greenway. The unimposing structure functions like an extension of the resident's home. It is outfitted with a studio, a lanai, outdoor lounges, and its very own infinity pool, providing a more intimate setting compared to the sports center. The pool is set at the edge of the ridge, overlooking the sprawling greenway beside it.
Adjacent to lush greenery and opening up to great views, these lots provide a really unique living experience, especially when compared to some of today's subdivisions. We have the Ridgeside Estate, Ridgeside Premier, and the Ridgeside lots, which I would say define the character of Ciela. Of course, we will also have here our Ridge View lots, Green Lane lots, and our standard prime lots. Let's start the discussion with the best of the best, the most premium lots in Ciela, the Ridgeside Estate. These 7 estate lots that we will have for Phase 1A will have a minimum size of 1,000 square meters. Being the largest lots in the property, we made sure that these estate lots will be afforded unobstructed views of the greenways and are situated in the most private areas of the site. As shown in the map, these lots are often situated at the tips of ridges, providing their residents heightened privacy. In this lot section, the Ridgeside Estate lot's terrain slopes down to the greenway right behind the lots. Specific to Block 11, these lots will be facing a greenway with an average width of 67 meters and 24 meters in depth. For these 2 very special estate lots in Block 25, they are the only ones perched on this ridge that's right beside the social hall. The location of these 2 lots gives them the experience of being secluded from the rest of the houses in the village. Some clients may even consider purchasing both lots and consolidating them to create an even larger space for the family. In this rendering of one of our estate lots, the residents built their private pool on the higher end of their property, almost at the edge of the ridge, giving it the infinity pool effect, overlooking the surrounding trees. Alternatively, you can also construct a large open deck in this portion of the lot. This will provide even better views of the greenway, but this time with the bonus of having a flexible space. Our second lot classification for Ciela is another new category. Given the number of ridgeside lots in this residential village, we've highlighted lots that are directly adjacent to the wider greenways as ridgeside premier lots. The best of these lots are located along this particular ridge with lot sizes ranging from 600 to 925 square meters. This image here is a representation of the expansiveness of the greenway between blocks 19 and 20. This is where the majority of our ridgeside premier lots are located. The maximum distance between the lots and this part of the village is about 112 meters. That's even longer than a FIFA standard football field at 105 meters from end to end. Highlighted in green, our ridgeside premier lots will be built around one of the major greenways within the first phase of Ciela. Since the lots are laid out along the ridge, they will slope down, overlooking this wide green space. From this angle of the rendering, you can see how the U-shaped ridge opens up potential view corridors for these lots facing Laguna de Bay. Now onto the ridgeside lots. Since we started offering this lot classification back in 2019 for Andacillo and New Valley, clients have always requested their sellers' help to secure lots of this classification. These are the lots that are directly adjacent to a greenway. We will have 27 of these for our first phase with a minimum size of 500 square meters. Here is an image featuring our ridgeside lots in Block 22. Here, the lots cascade down towards the existing greenway. Just by looking at the image, the curves and the shadows help us also imagine the driving experience within the village, very similar to Ayala West Grove Heights. To give you an idea, the elevation difference from the leftmost to the rightmost ridgeside lot in this image is already 10 meters. With their location right beside the lush greenways, ridgeside lot residents will likely take advantage of the surrounding views, opting for glass walls around their living spaces. Using these, residents are able to visually open up their entire living area to the greenway, making it feel like an extension of their home. Now let's talk about the ridge view classification. These are 20 lots with an average size of 632 square meters and will have views of the greenways spread across the development. 50% of Phase 1A's ridge view lots will have wider planting strips and direct access to the bike lane, as they are all along the main road or the spine road of the village. A village section for ridge view lot would look like this. On the right side would be the residential lot or the property, the main road in the middle, and the greenway on the leftmost part. Interestingly enough, our highest elevated lot for Ciela Phase 1A is under the ridge view lot classification. Our 20 lots on the ridge view lot classification are within the 179 meters to 211 meters above mean sea level elevation range. These ridge view lots in blocks 9 and 10 are all facing greenways, which explains the slope and the terrain of the lots. Their orientation will provide them unobstructed views of the greenway on this side of the property. In this artist's rendition of a ridge view lot, we see the clear views of the greenway from the house's balcony. The unique aspect about ridge view lots is that they will never have other structures obstructing their view of the greenway. Also, if you look closely, you can tell that the main carriageway and the bike path will have an asphalt finish. In the recent Ayala Land Premier projects, we used the term green lane for the lots along the main road because it has wider planting strips. But this time around for Ciela at Aera Heights, the overall road right-of-way will be much wider as we've added a 2-meter bike lane on each roadside. Not only that, in this specific phase of Ciela, there will be a handful of green lane lots that will be afforded uninterrupted views of the amenity areas. You will notice in this lot section that specific to green lane lots in Block 23, the elevation of the lot is higher than the amenity area, giving it better views of the amenity structure and possibly better views on the second level of their property. Here are our green lane lots in Block 16 and Block 17. The future residents of these lots will surely get to maximize the facilities in the sports center given their house's proximity to that area. Here is a rendering of the actual road sections. You can see the difference in width of the main road compared to the arterial road. A key element of the main road would be the dedicated bike lanes measuring 2 meters in width, which are separated from the sidewalks by a planting strip. Combined, we have planting strips that measure an impressive 3.6 meters on both sides of the road. Lastly, there will be 75 prime lots for the first phase of Ciela, with an average lot size of 555 square meters. What's interesting about the lot size mix of our prime lots in Ciela is that 25% of the lots are above 650 square meters. The reason behind this is because our lot classifications are based on the views and features of a specific lot rather than just their sizes. In this image, you can see that the prime lots at blocks 9 and 10 are at a higher elevation than the ridgeside lots along the edges of the property. In fact, the highest elevated prime lot in this phase is 210 meters above mean sea level, which is just 7 meters shy from the village's highest point. Another highlight is that 37 or 50% of our prime lots will be facing either east or southeast. Looking at this rendering, we see that the terrain of these prime lots is generally flat, which would translate to less land development works during house construction. However, they will still get to enjoy the overall elevated terrain of the village Ciela at Aera Heights. So all in all, 200 free lots will be made available for Phase 1A of Ciela at Aera Heights, spread across 6 lot classifications, starting from Ridgeside Estates, which are the largest lots in the village, Ridgeside Premier lots, which overlook the neighborhood's widest greenways, Ridgeside lots, which are directly adjacent to greenways, Green Lane lots, our properties along the tree-lined main road, and lastly, Prime lots, the classification with the highest lot count with 50% oriented to the east and southeast. With the unveiling of this newest development by Ayala Land Premier in a highly connected, master-planned estate in a brand new location that's closer to the metro, we look forward to delivering unmatched living experiences nurtured by a deep connectedness to the land. From the generous lots, expansive greenways, and unique views, Ciela at Aera Heights sets the tone for Aera Estate, a new address to be treasured for generations to come.